Welcome to my online studio. In this tutorial, we're going to start at the very beginning. How to hold your pick. So I play a bunch of different instruments and they all have one thing in common. They're left-handed. And people often ask me, what's the difference? You're doing things with both hands. And my answer to that is, this is where the music comes from. With my right hand, probably your left hand, you might be choosing what note to play, typically, but this is the one that's playing the music. This is the one where the tone comes from, where the touch, the feel, the groove, the rhythm, all comes out of your dominant hand. In my case, my left hand. And a lot of people overlook how important that contact between you and instrument is. So what type of pick you're using. I use different picks for different instruments, but they all have one thing in common, and that is they're thick. They're heavy gauge. They don't bend while you play. And that's important because that way I know where the string is. If you play and the pick bends out of the way, then you won't necessarily know when you're going to hit the string or when the note's going to sound. And that'll make a big difference to the way you play and your groove. So you've got your pick. How do you hold it? The way I try and keep my hand is I try and keep it relaxed. So I actually hold it between this first knuckle of my first finger and my thumb. And it comes out the side of my thumb. And I hold it in a way so that my hand is completely relaxed. In fact, give this a try. Just tense up your hand and then relax it and let it go floppy, like a dead spider sort of look. And that's where your hand should be, that nice, relaxed, not like this, not curled up, nice and relaxed. And then when you hold the pick there, very little effort is required to hold it there. You just keep your hand in that relaxed position and the pick stays there. Then all you need to do to change the volume of your note is now to squeeze or not squeeze. So while you're strumming your guitar or whatever instrument you've got, if you play it and keep this sort of movement even, but then if you want a loud note, you squeeze and the pick gets the string out of the way, which makes the string louder. And if you have it relaxed, then the string gets the pick out of the way and doesn't move as much, so it's a lower volume. Now that you're holding the pick the right way and you've got it nice and relaxed, try and imagine that you're hitting the strings with the edge of the pick rather than the flat bit. So we don't want to hit it like that, where the whole flat side of the pick is touching the string. Instead, hit it so that the string hits on the side of the pick. So about a, 30-degree angle, something like that. You'll get this sound if you hit the pick flat against the strings. Sort of plasticky start to the note. And the same thing with an upstroke. If you do an upstroke, you're then hitting the other edge of the pick. Try and get it so that the string isn't just being pushed sideways. Try and get it so that it's being pushed into the guitar too, so that you get the body of the guitar has to work harder to make the sound, and that'll get the volume out, make it sound better. Some of you might be using quite a thin pick at the moment, and when you use a thin pick, you can get a nice sounding chord because the pick gets out of the way, and you get a nice zinging sound. To do that with a thicker pick, what you need to do is angle the pick this way so that the pick can brush across the strings more rather than collecting each one and making an individual note. You're trying to get it so it brushes across the strings. And don't be afraid of playing rhythm lightly, playing chords lightly. You want an individual note of a melody to be the same volume as all the strings played simultaneously when you're playing rhythm. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to be making more of these in the next few weeks. So if there's anything in particular that you want to learn about, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.